Houstonians of all ages marched from Main Street to the steps of City Hall to celebrate White Cane Day. The march was dedicated to the independence, freedom, and opportunities available to persons who are blind or visually impaired.
This is such an encouraging sight today. As you know, October is Disability Awareness Month, and so for the entire month of October we've had disability events, and the theme of the month has been Inclusion Treasures Diversity. And as we all know, Houston is built on diversity, and it builds community.
Mayor Anise D. Parker presented participants with a City of Houston proclamation.
Whereas the City of Houston recognizes the white cane and the guide dog as mobility tools that foster safety, dignity, and independence for the blind and visually impaired. And whereas we want all Houstonians to understand how important it is that we respect and recognize the white cane and the guide dog and the presence of our blind and visually impaired brothers and sisters. Therefore, I, Anise Parker, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proclaim today as White Cane Safety Day in Houston, Texas.
The Houston chapter of the Texas Department of Assistive and Rehabilitative Services, or DARS, helped to implement state laws which allow the blind and visually impaired the same opportunities and civil rights everyone else enjoys.
All too often during October, we look at the issues of disability awareness. As a person who has protection under the ADA, as an individual who works for the federal agency that enforces Title I of the ADA, I'm an educator. I don't investigate or litigate or mediate. All I do is help people to be able to understand their rights and for businesses to understand their responsibilities.
White Cane Day was first observed back in 1964 by President Lyndon B. Johnson. This special day serves as a reminder to promote safety and courtesy to people who are blind or visually impaired.
White Cane Safety Day originally started out, I guess, as something to promote awareness for the vision impaired in Houston and other cities across America. But I think it's also become a celebration of independence for those of us who are vision impaired. And for those who don't know me, I guess the introduction already said it, but I am Christine, and I was on the 3rd season of MasterChef USA, which is a competitive cooking show on Fox with Gordon Ramsay and Joe Bastianich and Graham Elliott. And it took me a while to work up that confidence to be cooking on a national TV show on such a level besides other cooks who are very talented and who obviously had an advantage over me by being able to see. But I think over time, I would say that it wasn't easy to accept my vision impairment since I wasn't born this way, and I actually lost my vision gradually once I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition. And it was not an easy time in my life, as I'm sure for those of you who have experienced vision loss or who have vision loss most of your lives, it's a different way of living. But I think once you embrace it and you accept it and learn to accept the help of other people and just realize that you have it within yourself, much more capability than you give yourself credit for, and that we all have that. If you have the will inside you, there will be a way to become more independent and embrace it. And when you are willing to accept that help, we realize that we just have to do things differently. There's nothing else that sighted people can do that we cannot do. We just have to do it differently. And I think once you realize that and embrace that and accept it, I think you can really fly with your true colors. And I really believe that all of us have that within ourselves. And I'm honestly living proof that these dreams come true no matter what.
White cane laws are recognized throughout the United States.